And here we go, we're back. Wow, the GCPD really up-tech their police department. Like, I remember the one I infiltrated in Arkham Origins was nowhere near this, you know, high-tech or high-tech seeming.
What is that thing? Are you kidding me? I thought we were under attack.
Any progress with the fear toxin analysis?
It's gonna take a little while longer. Drop by the clock tower when you're ready, and I'll show you what I've got so far.
Are the birds of prey in this game,
Who taught
actually?
you to drive?
My butler. I can already see the dirt starting to hang on the costume, even the superficial damage.
Scarecrow's gonna break you, Batman.
Honestly, why do you even bother with these meat sacks?
Civil unrest? There's a war on the streets. We don't have the manpower or the equipment.
Where?
Called the Justice League.
Ivy. Well, that's one less thing to worry about.
Is the isolation chamber ready?
Glad you're putting it to good use.
Well, I remember you, Cash.
Oh good, another cell.
At least you don't have a gun pointed at your head in this one. Not that it was actually a problem for you, but...
You feel safer now that I'm all locked up?
The reality of the situation is this. We no longer have control of this city. Nobody's coming to help us. And the scum out there on the streets will do everything in their power to make sure it stays that way. Now, you all had your chance to evacuate. You all made your choices. You have my word that each and every one of you will be commended when this is over. But the work starts now. Priority one.
I'm surprised there are so many cops that chose to stay.
Fellow officers right here at this precinct. I want a minimum of 4 guys on the roof at all times and a 6-man element patrolling the perimeter. We keep this building locked down. The only people who get in or out are our
The
guys.
subtitles kind of skipped
Now,
ahead
those
there.
out there think they own this city, and as things stand, they're right. We're outnumbered, outgunned, and understaffed. But
You can't lock me in here like some human.
back to city piece by
Why do you waste your time helping these pathetic creatures? So primitive compared to plant consciousness.
Not really.
It was Harley who broke me out of that police cell in Bloodhaven. Why don't you try arresting her?
I don't know where she is.
You know these walls won't hold me for long. Still, if it makes you feel safer, I'll indulge the fantasy. For now.
You know, I don't like this design for Ivy. She should be more green than that. She looks weird
priority one.
and actually kind of ugly,
It starts with the
which isn't something you're usually supposed to associate
want a minimum.
Ivy
Not
with.
attempt to approach the rioters. You hear me? Gonna get yourself killed.
We keep this building locked.
I'm going to guess
Before, sir.
we're going to have more prisoners here by the end of the night.
You. Damn bureaucrats.
We're on our own. We can handle it, Jim. What's the latest?
We've got incidents cropping up all over the city. Cash, give us a rundown.
Come on, Cash.
All right, let's see. First up, we've lost contact with the fire crew from Station 17. We've got their last known coordinates, but they're not going to survive out there on their own for long. Then there's this. It's a strange one. Body turned up. We didn't have long to look before the evacuation, but the forensics boys seemed freaked out. Real nasty.
Flawed, I see
Also,
written.
we've had several sightings of the Riddler creeping around the train yard. Knowing that guy, he's got to be up to no good.
Look, I know you're busy, but anything you can do to help is going to save lives.
Don't worry, Jim. I have someone working a lead on Scarecrow. I'll see what I can do.
Good to hear. I've got a skeleton crew searching Gotham
Oh, there's a
South and
mission
West.
select now?
I'm gonna join him when I'm done here. We're gonna find that son of a bitch.
Mission select to select your next target in Arkham City. When locating a new supervillain mission, they will automatically appear. Select this icon if you want to return to hunting down Scarecrow. So that green, that black on green exclamation mark is main mission. Okay. I want to say Zaz, but that doesn't look like a Zaz crime. I'm curious about this one, so let's investigate the perfect crime, apparently.
I'm going to investigate that crime scene. If there's a serial killer in town, I'll find them.
Good luck out there, Batman.
I don't know, by the definition of serial killer, there's a lot of serial killers in
Never
town.
seen him up close before.
Want to talk to me?
We got your back in here, Batman. All of us. Owens from the diner probably wants you dead, but everyone else, Team Batman.
The GCPD has turtlenecks? That's cool.
Gordon's crazy going out there.
You really think you're gonna convince him to stay? This city's his home, where he raised his family. He'd die for that.
Anyway, let's go. Let's see this crime. I sometimes feel that, at least on screen, I didn't do enough side mission.
Just me.
Hey, Batman! I guess Scarecrow gave you the slip.
Thank goodness you can do that. Thank you, game developers.
I still keep seeing that car coming for us, Batman.
Batman, just want to say it's good to have you on board. You're probably safer than all of us down here put together. But be careful.
Thanks. The concern is appreciated.
This thing's had a serious upgrade.
Air support saw it turn into some kind of tank.
Nice.
Don't get too close. He's here. Back up.
Good evening, Mr. Wayne. I hope the car's performing to your high expectations.
Oh, now there's Lucius Fox, so obviously now we are in a post-Nolan films world.
Thanks, Lucius. It was good of you to stay behind.
You want to thank me, Mr. Wayne? Just try not to hurtle off the road. I should have some more upgrades ready soon.
Remnants of Gotham, I have messages for you all. To the vandals who stayed behind to pick the still warm flesh from Gotham's bones. Have your fun. You are under my protection. To the cowards quaking behind the police department's walls, you will not be spared. And to Batman, I have already won. Emptied your city with a vial of toxin and a few threatening words. That's how little the safety you provided was worth. And when the dawn comes, when Gotham lies in ruin and I turn my gaze to the world beyond,
You have my permission to die.
the Batman will be worth nothing.
You know, now that I think about it, I can't think of a single famous Batman story that has the Scarecrow as the main villain. Like, I know, although I haven't read it, I know more about the Long Halloween and Calendar Man than I do about the Scarecrow. Except, you know, general features. Like, he's an iconic Batman villain, but I can't say he has ever read one of those big stories about him.
I'm going to try and
If you can point me to one, please do. I'd like to read more Batman stories. Oh, it's stuck. Come on, you can do it. I'm actually lost. Okay, now, so let's do some investigating. So, what does that say?
Blood tests reveal the cause of death was an overdose of painkillers leading to cardiac arrest. Also, the victim's fingerprints have been burned off with acid.
A rather unsavory demise.
That's not all. It's as though the subject's DNA has been corrupted somehow. There's insufficient information for me to cross-reference the database. I'll have to use the deep tissue scanner to analyze the body for distinguishing features and determine the victim's identity.
Does he still have teeth? You can use the teeth. What's that?
Deformity on the left ear. Looks like a result of minor ear agenesis, a birth defect.
What? A ring?
A wedding ring in the lower intestine. The inscription reads Ophelia.
Anything else? Fractures, any kind of damage that would tell us more. Oh. What's that?
The victim had a hip replacement.
Yeah, I was about to
Scar
say.
tissue hasn't fully healed, so it must have been recent. Alfred, the victim's name is Anthony Lund. Hospital records show he suffered with alcoholism, most probably brought on by the breakdown of his marriage. The name on the ring, Ophelia, his ex-wife. He was last seen in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And what
What's
he's doing
unusual is
here?
that they didn't go missing in Gotham. They were brought here and killed. Why? We need to track down whoever did this.
Might I suggest keeping an ear out for any more of that ghastly opera music? It sounds ominously like a calling card.
And the flawed. Actually, I can't think off the top of my head who this could be. I really like most Predator moves. Okay, this one is a classic, but everything is unlocked. What about gadgets? Explosive gel? Gadget skills? Oh, batarang while gliding. Disarm firearm. The Batclaw? I like this one. Okay, so additional expansion missions. Right bumper. I can't do any of them. So let's go after the Scarecrow.
I'm heading to the
Who
clock
looks
tower
really
to see what
cool.
was found on Scarecrow's toxin.
Let's hope it's good news, sir.
Now that I think about it, actually it's true. The Batmobile in Arkham Asylum would look more like a classic actual car, not the Bat tank from the Nolan movies. Which this Batmobile is clearly inspired by. Okay, down. Ooh, the Oracle mask. Love it. Tanaka Dojo. Any more signs of the birds of prey? Can't recognize the statuette. Delicious stories for the soul. Ooh, the ghost array. The gray ghost in gray. Revenge is not always black and white. Cool.
Identity confirmed.
Doesn't that look conspicuous from the outside? No birds of prey. Aw.
Do I come in the Batcave, start messing with all your stuff?
You've managed to reduce the compound to
I
its
think
core
you
elements.
did.
But there's nothing in there that we can trace.
What if we've been looking at this the wrong way? Instead of searching for the toxin, what if we focus on the manufacturing process?
That should have been the first thing you see. You do?
Radiation spike.
Run a scan of the city for this energy signature. It'll show where Scarecrow is creating his fear toxin.
It'll take a few hours to bring the satellites into position.
We don't have enough time. I'll repurpose the antenna at the movie studios.
What?
Bruce, I spoke to Dad. I hate lying to him. He'd kill me if he knew I was still in the city. He still blames himself for this.
We'll stop Scarecrow. Jim, we've got a way to find out where Crane's working from.
Thank God. What can I do?
Get your men ready. Soon as we've got a location, I'll let you know.
All right.
I'm only always confused by those kind of holographic screens. Like, what is it actually projected onto? There's nothing there, even to act as a frame. Oh, okay. This is actually kind of too easy. I'm fully upgraded and they aren't. The cauldron.
No way I'm joining with Scarecrow. I like working for Two-Face. Half the time anyway.
That's the point. I'm surprised if this was one of the other Arkham games. This roof would be covered in thugs. There would be like 2 snipers, one there, one there. Seems too easy. But what do I know? So let's mess with some private property. But who knows, maybe Wayne actually owns this. Maybe. Oh, the way that bended doesn't look right.
The generator's damaged.
Did you see it? It looked like it was made of Play-Doh for a second, rather than metal.
Is the power winch
You sound like a villain, Lucius.
100% functional. Though no guarantees if you're intending to pull that car of yours up the side of a building.
You read my mind.
It's in the job description, Mr. Wayne. Batwing's on its way.
Anyways, I think this is another place to cut off. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time when we'll continue listening to Scarecrow doing his best impression of the Joker from Arkham Asylum. Because that's the exact shtick he's doing.